I am here tonight on this show. How's everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? You already know what time it is. Time to talk about some sports. Time to talk about some wrestling. Let's get going here tonight on fudge. We forgot to pull out the WWE card from last night. Let's pull that out real quick here. I apologize for this. I apologize. Oh, whatever. We'll just do it on the phone. Alright, so we got some football here. We got some wrestling stuff. Raw recap. I always forget to do this shit. Well, not always, but I don't know why. Sometimes I forget to fucking pull out the card. Just to, just be able to remember. I don't want to miss any part from Raw. Alright, I think we got it. Alright. All right, we'll look at that at the end of the show. Let's go over. Let's start this puppy up with NFL like we always do, and then work ourselves off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, NFL stuff. Let's get it going here. Got to chart this puppy up. All right, here we go. So it looks like freaking Drew Luck is not going to be able to play. He's got COVID, man. Seahawks quarterback Drew Luck has tested positive for COVID-19 and will miss Thursday's game versus Chicago Bears. According to Laura Ruplich, you'll see Geno Smith start on Thursday, even though the plan from the beginning was to start Drew Luck in this game. Now preseason game 3 versus the Cowboys August 26th becomes really interesting too. Yeah, man, you hate to see it. Seattle, man, they're actually a fun team to watch because of the quarterback competition between Drew Luck and Geno Smith. This freaking sucks, man. This fucking COVID shit, man. This thing won't go away, man. And the NFL too. I mean, they're not doing the protocols anymore. They're not doing masks. They're not doing anything. So they're actually. I mean, I think so far it's only been a few people. Kyler Murray. It's only been a few people, so that's a good sign because they're not doing anything. They're not doing like vaccine mandates, mask mandates. So it's kind of a good sign, I guess, not only for the NFL, but for the whole world to see that this shit might be going away. You still got it, but for them to not be doing any protocols and only having a few guys kid, it's not that bad, I guess. Seahawks running back Kent Walker III didn't practice today, said Pete Carroll. Kent got a little hernia thing that he's working on, and we've got to get through that, so I don't know what to tell you yet, but it's something that we can attend to and all that. We've just got to make sure that he's okay, but opener is it's looking like Kenny Walker might not be able to play. Obviously they already lost Chris Carson to retirement, so hopefully they really need this running back Kenneth Walker, man. Dealing with a hernia. Hopefully he's okay, man. Alright, man, let's see here. Freaking Malcolm Butler, man, who went back to the New England Patriots. It's out for the fucking season, man. That's a huge loss, man. They obviously lost C.J. Jackson in free agency to the Chargers. They were hoping Malcolm Butler can fill in that hole, but not Malcolm Butler out for the season, man. That freaking sucks for the Patriots, man. Raiders release defensive lineman Darren Butler and wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson. So the Raiders making some moves, man. And Kenny Pickett, man. A lot of people are impressed with Kenny Pickett, man, over the weekend. To the point where this week, right now, today in practice, he was taking snaps with the first team. A lot of people really like Kenny Pickett, man. They think he may end up being better than... So what I'm hearing from Kenny Pickett is like he doesn't take practice too seriously, but when it comes to games, he plays really good football. So it seemed like they realized that, and they're starting to put him with the first team. Obviously, a lot of people believe Mitchell Trubisky is going to win the starting job, but Kenny Pickett might be the better quarterback, man. We'll see what happens, man. Jets officially place Makhi Button on IR. He's out for the season. 49ers released defensive lineman Robert Nkabachiki. Jesus, that sucks. Oh, then we had the surgery for Zach Wilson today. Zach Wilson's arthroscopic knee surgery was deemed a success. Sources tell ESPN they were no surprise from the original diagnosis. They won't put him on the field until he's 100%, but good news for the Jets. Best case scenario for the Jets. Now Zach Wilson now considered a success, and with the successful surgery, and with the team not willing to bring him back until he's fully ready, Jets quarterback Joe Flacco is in line to start the regular season opener versus the former team Ravens. So it looks like it was what they said. It was just a slight tear in the meniscus. He's going to be out for possibly 1 or 2 months, but latest by November, October, I think Zach Wilson will be playing football again. Great thing to see there from Mr. Zach Wilson, man. And the NFL officially announced who's going to be the NFL countdown crew. So it's going to be the guys from last year, I think. It's going to be the guys from last year: Randy Moss, Matt Hasselbeck, Randy Moss, Matt Hasselbeck, Teddy Bruschi, Rex Ryan, and Sam Ponder is going to be the host. So that's going to be the Sunday NFL Countdown roster. Okay, so it's good to see, man. And of course, guest appearances from Chris Mortensen and Adam Schefter. But good to see, man. Rex Ryan is pretty damn good, funny on TV. So is Randy Moss, Matt Hasselbeck, obviously Teddy Bridgewater, all that experience. I mean, Teddy Bruschi, all that experience with the Patriots. So great crew, man. Great way to win them back. I don't know whatever happened to Ray Lewis, though. He was good for TV, too. The New York Football Giants are inducting 7 members in the 2022 Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. Former running back Joe Morris, Otis Alexander, and Rodney Hampton. Defensive lineman Leonard Marshall. Defensive back Jimmy Pettin. Wide receiver Kyle Rote, and Senior Vice President of Medical Service Ronnie Burners. Those guys will all be inducted into the New York Football Giants Hall of Fame. Congratulations, man. And then Jordan Palmer, I believe he's the brother of Carson Palmer, has joined the XFL as Director of Quarterback Development. So he's going to be like a coach for the quarterbacks in the XFL. All right, we'll see more XFL information coming out. I think it starts in February, so we'll see. Dolphins plays tight end Adam Faheim, who did not pass his physical with the Texans last week after being traded to the Houston. Well, I'm surprised they just didn't veto the trade. Usually when somebody doesn't pass their physical, they just veto the trade. That makes me scratch my ass. Don't even have androids. They just place them on IR. I don't get it. Whatever. Buffalo Bills released cornerback Tim Harris and linebacker Markel Lee. You're starting to see a lot of people releasing players. I think they got to get it down to like 85 here pretty soon, the rosters. Players are now becoming owners in other sports. Rams cornerback Jalen Ramsey, Chargers safety Darwin James, and Titans safety Kevin Bird are part of a group of investors announced today in the National Cycling League. National Cycling League, which is hoping to capitalize on 60 million riders in U.S. Nice, man. So Jalen Ramsey, Darwin James, and Kevin Baird getting into the cycling ownership group, I guess. And that's about it for the NFL, man. So we got a lot of news, but I think that's about it. National Basketball Association, we got a free agent signing. Alace Johnson has agreed to a 1-year deal, $2 million with the San Antonio Spurs. All right. San Antonio making some moves. And then we just got, stuff leaking out. NBA officially, the schedule will come out tomorrow. More stuff has been leaking out. But officially we'll get the NBA schedule out tomorrow. Remember, a nugget to look at is the Brooklyn Nets are not featured on Christmas Day. So that means that the NBA could believe that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving might not be on the Brooklyn Nets by that time. I believe also they're saying that there are talks between the Utah Jazz and the New York Knicks about a potential Donovan Mitchell trade. They've been talking all of the offseason. They stopped talking for a while, but apparently this week they have re-engaged in talks for a trade between the Jazz and the Knicks for Donovan Mitchell. So something to keep an eye on. A rumor came out that Kevin Durant was willing to retire, then play with the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant denied it. He said, I'm for sure playing. So we'll see what the hell happens, man. Hopefully, man, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with the NBA. Tomorrow we'll have more news with the schedule coming out. Major League Baseball, man. The fucking Braves signed another player, man. Michael Harris, 8-year deal. $72 million. They just signed Austin Riley not too long ago. I think they got all of their players, most of them, tied up until 2027. The Braves doing a great job of keeping their core, man. Here, in fact, here's the list, man. Austin Riley signed through 2032. Matt Olson signed through 2030. Michael Harris just 2030. Ronald Acuna 2028. Vaughn Grisman 2028. Ozzy Albies 2027. Spencer Strider 2027. William Contreras 2027. Kyle Wright 2026. Max Fried 2024. A lot of these players are getting extended for the next 5 to 10 years or 5 to 7 years. Great job by the Atlanta Braves, man. You see a lot of teams, when the Royals won the World Series, they let everybody go. Mike Moustakas, Eric Hosmer, Lorenzo Cain, they let everybody go. Same thing with the fucking Cubs, Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, Javier Baez. They let everybody go. But the Washington Nationals, same thing. Max Scherzer, Anthony Rondon, Juan Soto, they let everybody go. Good to see the Braves actually willing to spend the money to try to win not more than one World Series, man. It's refreshing, man. Because you've seen a lot of teams in the last 5 years, they win the damn World Series, and then they fucking just sell everything, man. Like I said, the Cubs, the Royals, and the Nationals. So great to see a team actually interested in continuing to want to win, man. Like the Atlanta Braves. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the scoreboard for MLB, and then we'll move over to wrestling. The Mariners are beating the Angels 3-2 in the 8th inning. The Diamondbacks are beating the Giants 1-0 in the ninth inning. The White Sox beat the Astros 4-3. Some talk about La Russa that yesterday a fan told him I believe it was the bottom of the 8th inning, and the game was I think it was 3-3 or some shit like that. And he told him put in Adam Engel to pinch run for Elio Jimenez, and then right away fucking La Russa put in Adam Engel to pinch run, and a lot of people were laughing, saying the fan was the one that gave him the idea. So Tony La Russa has denied it. But yeah, man, that shit's going around Twitter, man. That there's a video of I think Bleacher Report, I don't know, or was it John Boy? Somebody in baseball did it. They put up the video. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Tony La Russa today denied it before the game that it was not true, but that shit made me laugh, man. But the White Sox won 4-3, man. The Phillies win 11-4. Marlins win 4-3 versus the Padres. The Padres can't fucking beat the Marlins either, Jesus Christ. Red Sox beat the Pirates 5-3. Cubs beat the Nationals 7-5. Rays beat the Yankees 3-1. Fucking Yankees, only 1 run tonight. 4 hits. Yankees are really struggling, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Orioles beat the fucking Blue Jays 4-2. Tigers beat the Guardians 4-3, man. Jesus Christ. The Guardians are all of a sudden, I thought they were going to maybe run away with it, or lost 2 in a row to the Tigers. Braves beat the Mets 5-0, man, and the Braves getting that payback, man, on the Mets, man. Twins beat the Royals 9-0. Cardinals beat the Rockies 5-4. Athletics beat the Rangers 5-1. Brewers beat the fucking Dodgers 5-4, man. The Brewers are really surprising me. I thought it was a team that would get deflated once they traded away Josh Hader, and they continued to win. Now they beat the fucking Dodgers, man. Jesus Christ. Let's go over to wrestling here, and then we'll call it a night. So I think this report already came out, but I don't know why it came out again today, saying that WWE's worried about Vince McMahon retiring. They talked about how the stock could go drop for WWE. Although so far it's going up actually, more ratings on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. And pretty much everybody was laughing because at the end it says, we're also, they name a bunch of, business stuff like the market, we're worried about the stock market dropping, we're worried about sponsors dropping WWE because of the investigation, we're worried about ratings, all that shit. And then at the end they're like, we're also worried about good storylines and good characters being developed. So I was just laughing. I'm like, is this like a Vince McMahon ass kisser writing this article? Did Vince McMahon pay this guy to write the article? Because that's the opposite. Vince McMahon for the last few years, in the last 10 years, outside of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, maybe Drew McIntyre hasn't really made stars, man. Storylines were terrible, man. Look at right now, you're seeing the storyline with Judgment Day. And the Mysterios and Edge, and that's only based on TV. For as of right now, there's no a pay-per-view announcement for that match. Right now, they're treating it as the blow-off match is going to be Edge versus Damian Priest in Toronto next week. You basically almost have the Judgment Day right now feud with two people, the Mysterios and Edge. So that's the difference, man. Many people expect Kenny Omega will be back tomorrow night on Dynamite. Tomorrow they're starting the tournament for the Trio Championships, and they're saying Kenny Omega will show up and be the Young Bucks mystery partner. So Kenny Omega looks like he's going to be back tomorrow night, man. So they're getting everybody back just on time for their pay-per-view in September, All Out. CM Punk is back. Adam Cole was back, but I don't think he's 100% yet. But for sure, I believe CM Punk is good, and so is Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole. Man, at least he came back too low. He's not clear to wrestle. But AEW getting healthy, man. Here at the end of the year, man, they're getting healthy. Let's do the Raw recap, and then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Tuesday. I didn't think the show was that great. There was some good stuff in there. Let's go over it, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on a Tuesday. The fucking show stars with Judgment Day, and they fucking do a promo. I think they're trying to promote the match with Edge next week between Damian Priest and Edge in Toronto. Then Mysterio comes out with a fucking chair, tries to take him out. This is a good job because they're having Rhea Ripley, even though she's a woman, participate. Every time Finn Balor or Damian Priest are about to get their ass kicked, she appears, and it makes Mysterio like, I'm not going to hit a woman. Although he should be really pissed off because Rhea Ripley keeps being the shed of his son. But I guess Rey Mysterio still being a gentleman and doesn't want to hit the woman. Gets time for either Damian Priest or Finn Balor to get back up and beat him up. At the end there, they beat the shit out of him. But yeah, I like the way they use Rhea Ripley to sort of like, she's the fucking walk card and doesn't let Mysterio continue the ass whoop and make them stop. Give either Damian Priest or Balor enough time to recover. But yeah, I guess it was good. Good way to start Raw. The end there, the Judgment Day being the shed of Mysterio. And next we get the first match. It was for the women's tag team tournament. It was Asuka and Alexa versus Nikki Ass and Doudrop. Okay, whatever match. Obviously, Asuka and Alexa Bliss win. At the end there, I thought it was going to be another brawl, but there wasn't. But Bayley and Dakota Kai and Io Sky were waiting for them on the top of the ramp. But it was just like a stare down. I don't think nothing happened. Bianca Belair was also with them. She accompanied them to the ring. Asuka and Alexa, because they're gonna have a 6-woman tag team match at Clash of Castle. All right. I think then we had a fucking brawl breakout backstage with Austin Theory and Ziggler, with which a lot of people. There was a fucking, I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a fucking hand that appeared in the middle of that brawl between Ziggler and Austin Theory. And a lot of people are saying it's the Finn they're slowly like planting the seeds for a comeback. It's Bray Wyatt. We'll see, man. This led to the main event of the show: Ziggler versus Austin Theory. Next, we had Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz versus Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. I'm like, what the fuck, man? No storyline why Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali are a tag team now. They just put them together. I didn't like this at all. Kind of boring. Obviously, at the end there, Ciampa and Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz win. You know, whatever. And then we fucking get a picture. They showed a picture of fucking Ezekiel in the hospital and his entire family there with him. And obviously, it was Ezekiel dressed up as his grandpa, his grandma, his mom, his brother. It was kind of funny. We were just laughing, man. Jesus Christ. I wonder if they're gonna do something with Mick Foley, where they had him do multiple characters. Like he was Mankind, Cactus Jack. What else was he? Mr. Love or some shit like that. He was like three. I think he went into the Royal Rumble 1 year 3 times as 3 different characters. I wonder if that was they're shooting for with Elias in the long run, having him play at least 2 to 3 different characters. Who knows? Or just bring back the Elias with the guitar. And then we get to probably the best part of the night, man. A fucking promo with Drew McIntyre and freaking Kevin Owens, man. What a great promo right here, ladies and gentlemen. Between these two. At one point at the end there, McIntyre saying, because Kevin Owens, it looks like they're trying to bring him back to the NXT guy, which he was like he called himself a prize fighter and a badass. You know, Drew McIntyre's like, I don't give a shit if you're, he said, I don't care if you're a prize fighter, a sports entertainment, a WWE superstar. At the end of the day, we're wrestlers and we're in a damn wrestling ring. Let's just freaking wrestle. Oh man, no way. That was a Triple H promo. No way you see that under the Vince McMahon administration. They used wrestlers like 3 times in that fucking promo, man. Great shit, man. Great shit. That's like, it's for sure a new era under Triple H, man. They were not allowed to say wrestler in the Triple H in the McMahon era. It led to a match, man. The match ended up being a disqualification, which I think it's good because they're protecting both guys. Obviously, Drew McIntyre is the number 1 contender for the world title, so you can't make him lose. And Kevin Owens, you're trying to bring him back, right? As this fucking the NXT badass, a prize fighter. You're not gonna have him lose. It's a disqualification match. Usos interfere. At the end there, though, Kevin Owens does get to Stunner McIntyre and tell the Usos, tell Roman, he owes me one. And then at the end there, the fucking McIntyre, they make him look strong too, because although the fucking Usos look weak, the tag team champions, they the Usos try to beat up McIntyre again after getting Stunner, and McIntyre gets back up and Claymore kicks them. So they protected both of them, McIntyre and Kevin Owens, by having a disqualification. But great match, man. Probably the best segment of the night. And next we had freaking Seth Rollins come out and supposedly freaking Matt Riddle was back home in his mom's basement and he was going to give an update on his injury. Turns out he's cleared to wrestle, and he was actually backstage in the arena. Comes out, a huge brawl breaks out between Rollins and Riddle. I think it's pretty much they're going to have the match that was supposed to have a SummerSlam. It's going to happen Clash at the Castle. And they just brawl each other all over the damn arena. At the end there, Rollins ends up running away. But good stuff, I guess, whatever. And then we get a fucking jobber match. Veer Mahan. Oh, Jesus Christ. I even forgot about this guy. He beats up some fucking jobber. Nobody gives a shit. And then we fucking get which this could have maybe main event the show, honestly. The United States Championship match between Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. Great match, man. Fucking back and forth. I think at one point, I believe, did Dexter Lumis make an appearance in here again? He tried to interfere, but they get him. Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz were also in there. They get kicked out. But yeah, man, great shit, man. Great shit, man. At the end, freaking Bobby Lashley wins with the fucking spear. But good fucking shit, man. For the first time ever, too, they fought, man. And next, we had fucking Dana Brooks versus Dakota Kai in a one-on-one match. Dakota Kai won, whatever. And next we get the main event, Austin Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. Again, for the second straight week, I don't think Triple H seems to be struggling getting the main event of Raw. I think it should have been Bobby I think last week it should have been last week I believe it should have been Tommaso Ciampa versus Bobby Lashley, and this week I think same thing. It should have been Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles, man. Because at least with, you have a title on the line. Where here it's like, what? The only reason they had that backstage brawl earlier in the show, but other than that, nobody seemed to care about it, man. Obviously, Dolph Ziggler's a mid-carder. People still view Austin Theory as a mid-carder. And you have two fucking main eventers in AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley fighting for a fucking title. Triple H seems to continue to struggle figuring out the main event of Raw. It seems like, he talked about this in the past, like he doesn't like the third hour. He says it's so hard to write a third hour. And so it seems like you could argue that he saved the he's like, I'm gonna have the best or one of the best matches of the night start the third hour and Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles, and then I'm just gonna put this match at the end there because I think he feels that people are gonna tune into the last 15 minutes of the show no matter what to see how the show ends. Where he's like, I gotta put the great match in the middle of the show to get people to not get them to mentally check out and change the channel. I think that seems to be his philosophy. He was like, I'll put Bobby, although he probably knows it should be the main event, he puts it at the start of hour 3 because he feels that people, if you put a jobber on or a mid-card match on, people are just gonna check out and change the channel. I can see it, but man. Just Austin Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. Good match. Don't get me wrong. It was a good match. Two very good wrestlers. Austin Theory looked strong there at the end there, winning clean. But yeah, it seems like that's his strategy. That he's like, it's almost like he puts the main event in the second at the start of the second hour to get the people to continue to watch. Because people were like, with obviously what happened lately with Dexter Lumis showing up in the main event of which was, I believe it was AJ Styles versus The Miz. I think people were hoping for something like that to happen again, so they watched the whole match between Austin Theory and Ziggler. Then, man, hopefully, I think the TV negotiations are coming up next year, and I think in 2024 they will start the new deals. So it looks like they're stuck for possibly 2 more years with this fucking 3 hours. Because next year they can negotiate, but I don't think it becomes official until 2024. So I don't know, unless they can find a way, man. It looks like for at least 2 more years they're going to be stuck with the fucking 3 hour Raw. Jesus Christ, man. How about maybe you give NXT an hour? Like, maybe NXT can be on hour 1, and then hour 2 could just be Raw guys. They tried doing that, didn't they, with the Cruiserweight division a few years ago, I think. Maybe do that. Maybe have the first hour be NXT guys, and then just have the other 2 hours just be Raw guys. I don't know, man, but it seems to be up. That third hour seems to fuck up the whole show up. But look, I don't think I think that, the show was whatever. There were some good parts, like I said, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens segment, the Bobby Lashley AJ Styles match. I guess you could go back, watch the Ziggler and Austin Theory match. It was good. Watch their fucking brawl. I'm sure people are gonna go watch that on YouTube at least to watch the fucking hand appearing. Or people thinking it was Bray Wyatt in the brawl backstage between Austin Theory and Dolph Ziggler. There was some good stuff. But like fucking the tag team match with the Miz and Tommaso Ciampa and Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, like come on, same thing. The fucking Veer Mahan fucking jobber match, and even the Dakota Kai match with Dana Brooks. I don't give a shit about all that, man. But oh yeah, great parts, like I said, as well. So whatever, we'll see. But until next time, I'm all like a light. Thank you for watching.